Good day, viewers. Welcome to another segment of the Sitdown Sports. I'm your host, Raymond, and today we have an important guest, a PFL Africa fighter from the female division. Her name, Annet Rose Kiiza. Annet, how you doing today?
I'm good.
Okay, it's good to know. It's good to know. So we'll start off the interview with a formal introduction to you. Okay, at any point in time, if any credentials isn't correct or doesn't meet up to your expectation, okay, just draw our attention to it and we'll correct it. So Annet Rose Kiiza is a Ugandan mixed martial arts fighter out of Kampala, fighting out of the African Top Team Uganda and carrying the strawweight banner for East Africa's women's MMA into like the PFL Africa. Long before she stepped into the cage, Kiiza built a multi-disciplinary martial arts foundation training in Muay Thai, Taekwondo, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and wrestling. A background that shows in the varieties of ways she can hurt her opponent. Few fighters on the regional scene can claim experience across both four sides of discipline within the octagon. Kiiza has done both tremendous activities in the mixed martial arts octagon. When she arrived at MMA, she was already a decorated and well-rounded competitor. Is that correct? About your
Yes.
multi-disciplines? Okay. Okay. So what separates Kiiza from many prospects in the region is her finishing instinct. She's not a fighter who simply accumulates rounds. She looks to end the fight, and her record reflects it. I believe your record is around 3-1, 3 wins and 1 loss. Is that correct?
Two losses.
Oh, 2 losses. Okay. Okay. Thank you for correcting us. Okay. So, like as stated, she's not a fighter who simply accumulates rounds. She looks to end the fight and uplift her records. So, how you doing today, ma'am? I hope that introduction was good for you, even if we got some information wrong. How you doing today?
I'm good.
Okay, okay. So before we go deep into like the questions, the full questions, we'd like to get to know you more. The fans would like to get to know you more. So if you don't mind, could you tell us about your biography or just a short form of your biography, how it started for you? Was martial arts something you always thought from a younger age that you actually handle as a profession growing up, or is something which you just actually grew into?
Before started joining the MMA,
Correct?
outside I was doing gymnastic, acrobatics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a decorated gymnast and an acrobat, basically. So what kind of gymnast? Is it the flips? The gymnastics I know about is about flipping and all of that. The pull-ups, flips, almost similar to calisthenics.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. So how did mixed martial art come into existence for you? If you're on the what will I say you're on the calisthenics slash acrobatics aspect where you don't have to hit someone, and how do you now transcend to a mixed martial artist where you hit people's faces and submit them for a living?
I started as self-defense.
Okay. Okay, so from my understanding, you started it as a self-defense, will I say, course to learn how to defend yourself, and it developed into a passion for you.
Yes.
Okay. So in Uganda, exactly, Kampala, is mixed martial arts popular among like the female, will I say, region or the female gender? Is it popular among them? Because from what we see, you have tremendous style, tremendous, will I say, adaptation to like fights and all of that. So we'd like to know, was there any mentors you had who were maybe females within the region that you looked up to that said, hey, okay, I would be able to do this at a point in time? Or it's just something which you inspired yourself?
It's not popular in Uganda.
Okay.
It's still good.
Okay, still growing in sports. Okay. Okay. So, we do understand. We're looking at some highlights in your career, and in December 2025, competing at the ANZA MMA Fight Night in Nairobi, Kenya. You delivered an upset of note when you stopped the hometown favorite, um, Real Ashowe, with a barrage of punches at 2:30 mark of the second round. Fighting in front of the Kenyan crowd um, on Kenya's first professional sanctioned MMA card. How did it feel for you, and basically what was the state of mind for you? Because you were not fighting in Uganda, right? You were fighting in Kenya, and you were fighting against, I believe, who was like the country's favorite at a point in time. And it was one of the first MMA's first sanctioned fight in Kenya. So what was it for you, and how did you feel stepping into the fight? And basically, when you stopped your opponent, what was the feeling like for you?
I was okay
Okay.
and to improve in my record and to get, me.
Okay. Okay. So basically you felt excited for not just like defeating the um favorites, the home's favorites, but also in improving your record, right? One step above where you were previously. Okay, that's great. That's great. So beyond your individual matchup at the PFL roster, what's the larger story like for you for being one of the first women MMA athletes across East Africa? What's your, well, I say, what's the biggest story for you? Because MMA is not really common among the females in Africa. I'm talking about maybe East Africa and some parts of, well, I say West Africa isn't popular. And you being one of the first, right? You're like a trendsetter and setting an example for lots of like young girls who look at MMA as just a male-dominated sport within Africa. So what's it the feeling like? What's your long-term goal?
I was happy
Okay.
that the world to know me that in East Africa
Okay.
we have a fighters.
Okay. So basically, it's for you, you're looking at it as a means to set an example, like for the young growing girls that they could also as the men do, aspire to be great fighters also. So it's
Yes,
okay. So it says you train across Muay Thai, Taekwondo, BJJ, wrestling before settling into MMA. What did you pull, or what's your specific, will I say, style among all the listed Muay Thai, Taekwondo, BJJ, and wrestling? What do you say? What style actually do you think suits you more, or do you acclimate to more, or dominates your game plan more?
Muay Thai and Taekwondo.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's the Muay Thai and Taekwondo. So you're more of a striker, right? Okay. Okay. So what's the story? I understand your nickname is Rose also, right? What's the
Yes,
what's the story behind Rose? Because Rose is supposed to be something delicate. It shouldn't be something you convey into the octagon where it's fist for fist, kicks for kicks, elbows for elbows. So how did you get the name Rose and translate it to fighting? I know about the UFC fighter Tog Rose, right? Is there a similarity with her? Do you guys come from the same place? What was the reason, or what was the name? Will I say the meaning behind the name Rose for you? What's the meaning for you?
I'm inspired by Rosemana Jonas.
Okay, yeah, Tog Rose. Yeah. Okay. So what's it like training out of African Top Team Uganda, and who pushed you the hardest in the gym? I understand your coaches are close by. So which of them pushed you the hardest? And what's it like training out of African Top Team Uganda? I'll rephrase the question once again. Okay. What's it like for you training at African Top Team Uganda? I believe that's your gym.
African Top Team, it's under Guardian Uganda and Fair Fight Foundation.
Oh,
And
okay. Okay. Okay, but you have the shirt African Top Team Uganda. Is this the gym you train out of, or it's another gym?
It's the same gym
Okay.
under Guardian.
Oh, okay. Okay. So like African Top Gym is a subsidiary and the Guardian Gym is like the mother gym.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. So who pushes you the hardest in training? Because we've seen lots of your fights, you're resilient, you don't give up so easy. So who pushes you the most at your gym? Who gives you the hardest, will I say, workouts?
First of all, I want to thank my coaches, Coach Ali
Yeah,
and
okay.
Coach, because always they are pushing me more.
Okay, okay. So you want to give thanks to your coaches. If you don't mind, your coaches could show their faces so we could also say hi to them, so the viewers could say hi to them. Good day, sir. Good day.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Hi. How you doing, sir? It's a pleasure to
I'm
meet
good.
you. Okay, okay, okay. So it's a pleasure to meet you guys. So you guys are the ones pushing her. Okay, okay. It's a pleasure. It's always good to know the coaches behind the athletes because we understand it's not just the athlete that makes it happen. There are people at the
Yeah,
back end also. So it's really important for you guys to show your face also.
yeah.
Okay. So, your ANZ, your win over Real came via second round at TKO in front of her home crowd. Walk us through that fight, basically. Walk us through the fight. What were you thinking? How were you feeling? And what was your game plan getting into that fight exactly?
First of all, I fought her in Muay Thai.
Oh, okay.
I said that I didn't beat her,
Okay.
so we had to go in MMA.
Okay. You proved her wrong basically because she thought she was going to beat you. So when you actually did win her. So basically if you don't mind, you could have maybe maybe because of the language barrier, you could have one of your coaches translate for you and to make it much more easy. You could speak in Ugandan and maybe he could translate to us in English. It's much better, okay? So you could, sure. So just one of them should maybe take your place. No, still seated, and one person, maybe a question is being asked, and a question is being asked, and you could translate for her just to make it much more easy. Okay, how you doing, sir?
I'm okay, sir. How are you?
Okay, it's good. It's good to know. I'm doing well on my end. So we're trying to understand from Rose. Hello, Rose.
Yeah.
Could you put the camera also towards her? She's going out of the frame. Okay, it's perfect. Perfect. So, we understand she has fought in both the cage and the ring settings. Okay, does her approach change within the two? Because it's still the same, it's still a fight, but the dynamics or the structure of a ring is different from the structure of an octagon, and it plays a lot of role in terms of, let's say, length, dimension, movements, things like that. So, does she feel the change, and how does she approach the two different, I'll say, structures?
Okay. Okay. Agambye webumba mu Muay Thai nga mulimu octagon ya MMA ebintu si bye bimu owulira otyo owulira nga waliwo ekikyuse nga bw'oba ozannya Muay Thai bya njawulo ne MMA bya njawulo oba owulira nga oli mu mbeera y'emu amaanyi ge gamu tokyukamu
Byanjawulo because in Muay Thai.
yogera nnyo.
Kyanjawulo because in Muay Thai. Mu Muay Thai obeera kale ng'oyimiridde tosuubira muntu kola kikulyola kuwama nga ate n'eddakiika ze tuzannya naye mu cage kyo kikuwamuko ka challenge ng'oli mukola ki ng'oli mu kuzannya because oli naye ajja ng'alina pressure kati eyo pressure naye esobola okukuleetera okwowa amangu oba nga tokoze eki.
Okay. She says it's always there is always a difference. In Muay Thai,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
strikes like continuously and she doesn't think about the takedowns. But
Okay.
when you go to MMA, she always thinks about the takedowns. And when you take her down, like also when she takes someone down, she always gets out like she's exhausted. Not like
Oh,
Muay
okay.
Thai.
Oh, okay.
Always strikes, she damages, but in MMA she gets exhausted and she feels like MMA is quite harder or
Demanding.
heavier.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
more demanding. I totally understand because in Muay Thai you have like full commitments to strikes, right? You're not worried about, let's say, the takedowns or the submission aspect of the fight basically. But in like MMA, you have to be worried. Okay, there are some shots maybe you don't commit totally to because of fears of takedown and things like that. And even when you get taken down, you have to stand up, get up, fight submission. So I totally understand what she's saying. So would like to understand what do you think is the most underrated aspect of your game plan? Okay, what do you think that some opponents, when they look at you, they'll say, hey, okay, she's deficient in this aspect. Okay, so that's what we'll devise our game plan around. For an example, right? Someone like, I'll use Habib. I'm sure you guys know Habib, the
yeah.
UFC fighter, sure. So he was always known for his wrestling, right? So anybody who wants to like fight him is like, hey, okay, we have to strike with him. Okay, and if we are working on our end, we have to work on our takedown defense. So on your own aspect, what do you think is an will I say underrated part of your game that people devise their game plan around since you're a striker?
Nga bwe tunaba tugenda kuzannya olowooza opponent wo aba ayinza kutrainingira ku kimbu kino olowooza akuba ebikonde asamba kati batrainingira bagamba mbu ono striker tutraininge tumuteeke wansi tumuteeka wa kitegeera
babeera batraininga kunteeka wansi because baba bamanyi nti nze ndi striker kati aba alwana kunteeka wansi.
So she says they always train to put her down, like for the takedowns, because they know she's a good striker.
Striker,
Yeah.
correct. I thought that's also because coming from the background of Muay Thai and Taekwondo, sure, everyone's game plan is like take you down and hold you down.
Yeah.
So how have you been working with your coaches to like will I say attend to those gaps in your game plan?
obadde okolagana nti naffe mu training wano okusobola okulaba nti ebyo byonna nga tugambe tomanyi otidde omuntu okuteeka wansi otraininga naffe otya okukijja bwekyo abantu baleme kujja nga bakimanyi mbu webakuteeka wansi bakuba
Anti kati ekyomba nkirwanako ssaawa zinene nga fight tenabatuuka because bakoki bange kyentya baba bamanyi obunafu bwange kati banyambako okola ekyo kyennyini kyentya abantu kye bagenda okunteekamu nga bamanyi bagenda maliriza omuzannyo bo ne bakola ki ne ba inspiring okola ekyo ennyo ba opponent bange kye bamanyi kye bagenda okunfinishingiramu. Yeah.
Okay, she says we all like with the coaches we always work with her together like to make sure all the I call it perseverance the opponents come with like we are going to put her down. We just work on that the defense, an example of defense of the takedowns. If you
Correct.
go to BJJ, how to escape the chokes and submissions, so
Correct.
we always work upon with her to like more of defense. When we
Correct.
go to opponent who is a striker, we work more on much striking and energy, even takedowns.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
it's to like cover up the loopholes so there's no like
Yeah.
mistakes in our game. Understood.
Exactly.
Understood. Your last fight was your first like, appearance at PFL Africa, and it was the opening fight of the whole season. How was the feeling for you like on that sport? Because PFL Africa, it's like a grander stage, a huger stage, more exposed stage than what you're usually accustomed to, right? Coming as an upcoming fighter. So PFL Africa giving you the opportunity. What was your feeling like for that fight? Your first appearance on PFL Africa?
Agamba fight gye wazanya mu PFL yaggulawo event n'ekirala PFL Africa nene wawulira otya muli ng'ozannyidde mu PFL Africa y'owulira otya ne kati
nawulira bulungi kuba buli omu azanya MMA kati ngaffe abawala buli omu alubirirwa atuukako e platform ey'amaanyi kati eyo platform ey'amaanyi ssaawa zinene gyendiko basirina kukola ki basirina kudda amabega yes mba nyina okipinga nga nkola ki kuba opponent bangi gye bali baba basobola okukola ki essaawa yonna baba basobola okujjako kati yes yonna kipinga
Okay, she says she felt very very great because every MMA fighter in Africa would like to play under the PFL event.
Correct.
So it was a pleasure and it was an elevation for her life and for everything she was doing.
Yeah,
And she
okay.
thinks just to do like more and more because much of the opponents will be given to her like suddenly. So she has to keep on training and training for
Working, constantly working, depending when she gets the call, saying that she
that.
has an opponent. Okay.
Yeah.
So your opponent, Felicity Mogo, and you lost the fight basically. But it was from my end, what we saw, it was a close fight, right? It wasn't, it was a close fight, it was a tick for tat kind of fight. What was your experience from that loss? And how do you translate it to your upcoming fights progressively?
Agambye fight yo ewedde wazanya Felicita Mugo naye yali close fight naye wagiruzinga kakati agamba wayigamu ki mu kuluzinga fight eyo mwe bakuba wayigamu ki era n'ekirala ogenda kukola otya okuddamu okola ki okuwangula.
Kyampa ekyokuyiga eky'amaanyi okutraininga ennyo wansi w'obuzibu bwange kati ndaba bonna buli wansi naye nga we naayiga ekyo basuubiza fight eddako nindateekawo good performance esingaku eyo gye nazanya ne Felicita Mugu kuba nze nkimanyi ekyampangusiza fight zaali because of that takedowns. Yeah.
Okay, she says she got a very very nice experience because she lost the game and
Hmm.
the game her losing made her learn a lot that the
Correct,
next fight she has to work harder and work harder because she lost the game. She knows right now why she lost the game because it was much of the takedowns they made
correct,
to her.
correct.
So she was working upon the groundwork, the defense and groundwork.
Okay,
And she said she promises that the next fight it's gonna be a win.
okay. We're hoping so also. Okay, what does it mean for you to be part of the first wave of women's MMA, which is currently growing in East Africa? We spoke about this, apologies, earlier on, saying that MMA among women isn't like common across like the parts of like East Africa, West Africa, and all of that. So, what's it like for you to be part of the first, like say, breed of MMA women or athletes currently within the country? Sorry, within the region or the continent as a whole.
Agamba owulira otya muli okuba nga gw'omu ku bakyala abasoose mu MMA MMA ono omulungi aliwo mu buseera bino mu East Africa ne Africa yonna yonna owulira otya ye kiteekawo ki mu bulamu bwo?
Mpulira bulungi kubanga wemba nga nze omukazi kale omu ku abo abasoose okulinnya ku MMA kale omulungi essaawa eno mba mpulira bulungi because buli omu aba ayagala era kukola ki kutuuka kweri ekkubo essaawa zino lyendiko kati.
It's emotional. It's emotional. You can see she has stopped even talking, but
No, no,
she
I understand.
says it's a big thing for her. She feels like she's a pioneer. She's a legend. She's an icon.
Correct,
She's everything. Yeah, she's everything right now in her life because it's a pleasure to have on the big platforms of MMA in Africa.
correct, correct. So,
Yeah.
where do you see yourself career-wise a year from now? Like, where do you see yourself career-wise a year from now? What are your expectations, your goals a year from now? What would you like to aspire to be? What would accomplishments would you like, are you looking forward to? Okay, what promotions would you like to keep on fighting with or aspire to fight in? Things like that for a year from now. What are your goals, Rose?
Abuuza ekiruubirirwayo kyeki mu mwaka ogujja mu maaso event kyendala gyoyagala osigala ng'ozanyiramu ey'amaanyi kitagetizo kiki kyoyagala obeera like oba ng'omaze n'okulwana oyagala kuba ng'oinspiringa kiiwe kityo.
omwaka ogujja.
Mu mwaka ogujja mu maaso.
Emyaka egijja mu maaso. Eno opportunity kale PFL gye yampa njagala ngikozese bulungi. Bwe bampa chance ne baddamu ne banyongera zi fight ezisingako awo yasigala nga nzanya naye tageti yange Allah wabanyambye nenjoyininga at least nengenda nenzanyako ne mu UFC.
She says this is a big opportunity for her, and she thanks PFL Africa for the opportunity they gave her to go on this platform. And her target is to go to try her level best to go fight under the UFC. And she's will be
that's the goal of that's the goal of all fighters. But PFL, yeah, PFL right now is giving the best opportunity, but that's the goal for all fighters. So thank you, PFL Africa, also, and of course the goal is the UFC for all aspiring fighters. Okay, so Rose, it's really a pleasure talking to you guys. Sorry, I didn't get the name of the coaches, so we could give a shout out to them also, the men that make things happen.
My name is Coach Lubega Ahmed Ali.
Okay, Coach. Can I call you Ahmed? Is it okay?
Ali.
Okay, Ali. Coach Ali, it's a pleasure speaking to you. And what's the name of the other coach?
Is here.
Lumunya Josiah.
Okay, I could call you Josiah. Is he okay? Okay.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure speaking to you guys. Before we leave, is it possible for Rose to send maybe a message to an aspiring maybe female athlete who is kind of like thinking, okay, is this a route she would like to take? And maybe she's also from Africa, also where it's not popular. Maybe Rose could give her an inspiring, will I say, a word of wisdom on how to keep on going, or an advice coming from someone who is already doing it.
Kyagamba wabuulirira ku bawala abalwanyi abalala bali eyo abatera batuuka ku level gy'oliko basigale nga bapushinga forward bajja tuukayo kitegeere owenaneku obabuulire n'ekyokukola oba beekuume tebeegaba mu basajja ebityo byayagala ebeeramu.
Abawala abaliyo bonna ba fighter njagala mwetanire guno omuzannyo temuggwamu maanyi. Platform saa zino gye ndiko buli omu asobola ogituukako naye okugituukako ogituuseeko otya. Okugituukako olina oba nga okola nnyo okutuukako eno platform gye ndiko. Ogenda abeera eyo odde mu byolimu ebyo ebyebbali simanyi ngenze kuba bibala oba ngenze kukola ki olowooze nti ogenda kujja otuuke ku platform. Saawa zino gye nkola ki gye ndiko. Genda onywa enjaga weetunde ogambe mwana we nagenda n'enkuba ekisada kyange njagenda wali mu ring nze buli omu ngenda munyiga. Ekyo tekigenda kubeerawo. Just oba olina otraininga nnyo okutuuka kati ku platform kale abamu gye bandabako gye banneegombako kale enganzi omuwala. Kyengenda inspiring abawala mwekuume ba boyfriend tebabalimbalimba wesalawo kye wajja okukola wotuuka ku kyoyagala osobola okumala n'okola ebibyo byoyagala naye ng'omaze otuuka ku kyobadde olubirirwa kukola okutuukako.
She says first of all the words from the wisdom, the wise say. She says all the women there who are practicing MMA, they have to leave alone prostitution. They have to leave alone drugs. They have to leave alone clubbing, drinking alcohol. They have to focus. Yeah, they have to focus because it takes time. It takes the energy from the body. Fighting doesn't need someone who is weak.
Correct.
They have to focus. They have to always come and train. They have not to be distracted by the men, distracted by the boyfriends.
Correct.
They have to focus. Think about their future.
Absolutely. Totally understand. So one in two words from Rose, focus and dedication basically will get you to the top. So Rose, it's a pleasure speaking to you. Could you shout out maybe your Instagram handle, TikTok handle, or YouTube so like the viewers could also follow you, and we'll tag it in the edit.
KIIZAANNEROSE Instagram.
Okay.
Annet TikTok.
Okay, okay. And it's a pleasure speaking to you, Ali. It's a pleasure speaking to you, Josiah. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
We'll be looking forward. I myself one day I'll try to come over to maybe Uganda and come to your gym also. Okay. It's a
Thank you.
pleasure speaking to you guys. Sorry?
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, okay. Thank you. It's a pleasure speaking to you guys, Raymond, and I'm signing out. Have a lovely day.